Friends and fellow devotees of the Lord, namaskars to every one of you. Once again we are met at a question-answer session, and as I have repeatedly said on such occasions, questions can be asked by anyone, likewise answers too can be given by anyone. For surely there will be some questions to which I may not be able to give adequate answers. And once again let me remind you that if you have at any time an answer which you think is better than the one that I have given, kindly do not hesitate in asking for the mic. I will be not a loser but a winner, a gainer. I will gain from your knowledge, your experience, and your wisdom. If you permit, we will start. Question number 1.
Dear Dada, how may I grow in the love of my Guru?
You will grow in the love of your Guru in the measure in which you obey your Guru. All that the Guru expects from you is obedience. The Guru doesn't want any material thing from you. The Guru does not want any money or cash from you. The Guru wants from you obedience, because in the measure in which you obey the Guru, in that measure you will be able to annihilate your ego. And this is the primary function of the Guru. The Guru looks forward to the day when the disciple's ego is completely vanquished. So in the measure in which you obey the Guru, I know of disciples who say, but the Guru is not here, the Guru is in Calcutta, what shall we do? You can easily imagine that the Guru is by your side, and if he knew of the situation in which you are placed at the moment, what would be the advice that he would give you? The disciple, when he puts this question to himself, will get an answer from inside, and he should follow. That is all that the Guru expects from you.
What are the ways one should apply to become an optimistic person from a pessimist person?
Pessimism and optimism are two attitudes. You have to shift. You have to move on from one attitude to another. Optimism is a positive attitude. Pessimism is a negative attitude. All you have to do is to be positive in your attitude. The more positive you become, the more you will become an optimist. Always see the better side of life. There are two sides. Every situation comes with two sides. There is the bright side of the situation, and there is the less bright side of the situation. Look at the bright side. So many are given to looking at the less bright side of the situation. They become pessimists. All we have to do is to look at the bright side of every situation, every experience that comes our way. Therefore, all you have to do is to be positive. You should be positive. He was always positive in his attitude towards life. He was a Christian And you, as you know, Christians go every Sunday to the church. They believe Sunday is the day on which they should worship God or worship the Son of God, Christ. On a particular Sunday, a storm began to blow, rain began to pour. It was terribly cold. They asked this man, he was an optimist, he was positive always in his attitude. They asked him, what are you going to tell us about today? It is such a miserable day. He said, today I prayed to the Lord that I feel grateful to Thee, O Lord, that You don't make every Sunday a Sunday like this. This was being positive. You have to be positive, that's all. And you automatically become an optimist. You can either complain to God, why have you sent me this sickness? What have I done? I am your devotee. I look after your bhaktas. I serve you in every way that I can. Why have you sent this sickness to me? Or you can also say, God, I feel grateful to You that You do not make me sick every day of every year. You send me sickness only for these few days. I look forward to the day when health will return to me and I will be able to do my work once again. So it all depends upon your attitude. You have to change your attitude, that's all. It is said that attitude determines your altitude, how high you go. So many of us are on the ground floor. But there are some who go up. How many floors do you have in this building?
21.
You go to the 24th floor.
Dada, what is the difference between ego and self-respect?
Self-respect, we are not aware of it because we are under the influence of the ego. When we come out of the clutches of the ego, when we realize that I am essentially an immortal spirit, I am what the rishis have called Atman, that is self-respect. I am an Atman. An Atman cannot do such a thing. There was the son of the French king Louis XIV. They made him a prisoner. And they threw many temptations in his way. But he would always say, there are things which a king's son, there are things which a prince must never do. I will never do this. I will never become a prey to temptation. The jailer was very hard on him. The jailer would punish him every day for nothing. His conduct was absolutely exemplary, and still the jailer would punish him every day. Then the jailer asked him one day that if you are released from prison and if you become the king of France, how would you treat me? And this prince said, I would forgive you. I would forgive you.
What is simple and easy way to get detached from world?
To be attached to the Guru. If you want an easy way, it is like climbing a staircase. If you want to go higher, all you have to do is to lose hold of the lower step, you place your foot on the higher step. That is all that you have to do. If you are attached to the Guru, nothing that happens in the world will affect you.
Why is it that love always has to suffer?
Because love and suffering go hand in hand. Therefore they say, be very careful before you enter the lane of love. You should carry your head on the palm of your hands if you enter the lane of love. The two go together. They are the two sides of the same coin. Love on the one hand, suffering on the other. And suffering purifies. Suffering makes you more able to love. If you have not suffered, you have not loved. No.
Why do we take birth when one day we have to go to God? Why cannot we just be with Him?
We take birth because we have so many desires. We have so many trishnas. Those trishnas have to be fulfilled, and we have to be completely purified of all trishnas before we can again go and touch the lotus feet of the Lord.
Dada, does the Guru love those people more who serve him wholly day and night? If yes, why? If no, why can't he give a chance to many others to serve him in the same way?
It is said that the Atman reveals itself to those whom the Atma chooses. The Guru gives an opportunity to serve him, gives an opportunity to those whom he chooses. You can't make the Guru choose yourself or anyone. The Guru chooses you, yes. The Spirit bloweth where it listeth. Those are the words in the Bible. The Spirit blows where it listeth. The Guru is a free soul. He chooses here, he chooses there, he chooses there. You can't compel him. You can't say why. Why? If you say why to the Guru, then you become a Guru yourself. Then it is Guru against the Guru. With the Guru there is no why. With God there is no why.
When I was in school and college, I had blind faith in the Guru. As I have grown, the faith seems to be shaking. Am I regressing in my spiritual life? Is all my spiritual progress of so many lives wasted?
It all depends upon you and upon one whom you regarded as the Guru when you were in the school. There is a woman here who met me this morning, and she said that some time ago, some years ago, she got Naam from a so-called Guru. Then she heard many things about the Guru which were not pleasant. And she gave up repeating that Naam. So it all depends upon who the Guru is and who the disciple is.
Dada, if a disciple considers someone to be his Guru, but still has not got Naam from the Guru, Does this mean that the Guru has not accepted him as a disciple?
No, not at all. Not every Guru gives Naam. No. It is not an essential thing which the Guru must do. Yes. But the Guru will touch your heart. This is very essential. The Guru will touch your heart. And very often you will have this experience. In the presence of the Guru, you are at peace. He touches your heart with peace. Peace is something which is lacking in the world today. We all are in search of peace. We think we are in search of happiness. No, we are not in search of happiness. We are in search of peace. The peace that passeth, the peace that surpasseth understanding. We are in search of that. And in the presence of the Guru, we feel at peace. The Guru comes and touches our heart. This is very necessary. Naam and all that. There are Gurus who have been Maunis. They have not spoken a single word. They cannot communicate Naam to you. No, they are Maunis. They don't talk. Their life is a life of utter silence. And yet they have touched your heart. The Guru is one who touches your heart, not your head. Today, brain power has been developed. Science is marching on. Technological progress has been made. But that is not the province of the Guru. The Guru touches the heart. The Guru comes and purifies my heart. The heart is the center of emotion. The more I come into contact with the Guru, the more I meditate on the Guru, the more I think of my Guru, the more I grow in purity of the heart. You will find the very man, you saw that picture which they showed on the first day. It was about one Mr. J.P. Vaswani. I am still in search of him. It was not my picture. No, it was not my picture. He was a very fine man, this Mr. J.P. Vaswani. I happen to have the same name, that's all. But otherwise it was not my picture. And there you saw how the girl Malika, she listens to him only once at the International Symposium. And she's changed. Her heart is touched. This is the work of the Guru, to touch the heart of somebody. Yes. After I saw the picture, I said, now when I return to the mission, I'll go in search of this Mr. J.P. Vaswani. Yes. I will also become his disciple. Because he can change, you can touch your heart. That is all that is needed. Yes.
I am surrounded by a lot of problems. One trouble does not end and another is already waiting. In such a situation, what should I do?
Let go, let God. Let go of your problems. Don't cling to your problems. Pass them on to the Lord. God says, I am prepared to take your problems, but we don't hand over our problems to Him. This is our difficulty. We cling to our problems. He says, I am prepared to take all your problems. All you have to do is to come to me. Renouncing all rights and writ duties, come to me for single refuge, and I shall liberate you from all problems, from all sins, from all suffering. Of this have no doubt. Those are the words in the Bhagavad Gita. After speaking to Arjuna concerning 100 things, the Gita is an encyclopedia. In the Gita, Sri Krishna speaks to Arjuna of so many things. Finally, he says to him, Arjuna, come, I will give you the secret of spiritual life. And the secret of spiritual life is surrender to me. I am prepared to take up all your problems. Therefore, the very first thing that you must do, and I would appeal to every one of you with folded hands, before you leave this camp, cultivate some sort of relationship with God. God says, I will come to you in whatever relationship you wish to cultivate with me. I usually love to think of God as my mother. I go to him as I would go to my mother. Ma, here is this difficulty. You have to face it. I remember when I was young and I told my mother that I don't wish to marry, I don't wish to, I wish to go and touch the lotus feet of my Guru. She said to me, then you must learn how to cook. You must learn how to do embroidery, how to do knitting, how to do all that. So I learned all these things. Maybe I've forgotten by now, but because if you don't practice, you forget. But I learned all these things. And they taught me knitting. So I had a ball of wool and I started knitting, and somehow or the other the ball of wool got into a mess. There were so many knots and so on. I tried to straighten out the thread, but I could not. Then I went to my mother. I told her, Ma, I can't manage this. You have to set it right. I went out and played. I forgot about the ball of wool. I came back after an hour, and there in the balcony I found on the teapot was kept that ball of wool, straightened out. It is as simple as that. All you have to do is to hand over the problem to the Lord, but it is very necessary that you forget about it. The difficulty is that your mind keeps on running again and again after the problem. Once you have surrendered to the Lord, completely forget it, as I forgot it when I went and played my games. You have to forget it. If you keep on thinking of the problem again and again, then God says, I will stand aside, you face your own problem.
Dada Shyam, Pyara Dada, Puje Dada ji, Sala Guzri Vya Ahin. Sala Guzri Vya Ahin, Par Anya Tain, Jot Jo Darshan, Anahad Shabd Buddhan Konato Vache. कृपा करे असांखे सेखारींदा ऐं असांजे अंदरि रोशनी जगाईंदा.
साल भल गुज़री वञनि ताईं पंहिंजो अभ्यास कंदा रहो ऐं कुझु एक्सपेक्ट न करियो. गीता जी पहिरीं सिख्या जा श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन खे ॾिए थो सा हीअ आहे, टू वर्क यू हैव द राइट but not to the result thereof. कम तोखे करिणो आहे, कम तूं कंदो रहो, पर का बि उमेद न रख. उहा उमेद मूं में आहे, उहो मुंहिंजो कमु आहे त मां तोखे जे उन कम जे बदिले में छा ॾियां, उहो मुंहिंजे हथ में आहे. इन करे तव्हां अभ्यास कंदा रहो. शायदि प्रभुअ खे ख़बर आहे त भई मां ध्यान में वियां थो, मां प्रभु खे पुकारियां थो, मां प्रभु खे प्रार्थना करियां थो, ऐं मूंखे ज्योति जो दर्शन मिले थो, ऐं मूंखे अनहद शब्द ॿुधण में अचे थो। प्रभु खे शायदि ख़बर आहे त जे मुंहिंजी इहा हालत थी मां अभिमान में अची वञा। केतिरा माण्हू अभिमानी थी पवंदा आहिनि। इन करे केतिरनि माण्हुनि खे ख़ासि करे हिन कलयुग में जेके भक्त प्रभुअ जा आहिनि, उन्हनि भक्तनि खे प्रभु जेसि ताईं हिन शरीर में आहिनि उहे भक्त न कि अनहद शब्द थो सुनाए, न कि उन्हनि खे अंतर ज्योति थो ॾेखारे, पर शायदि अंतकाल जे वक़्तु हू ज्योति जो दीदार कनि था ऐं ज्योति में घिरी वञनि था। जीअं अभिमान जो वीचार न थिए। वॾे में वॾो दुश्मन असांजो अथव अभिमान। इन अभिमान खां प्रभु असांखे परे रखणु थो चाहे। असांजे भले लाइ असांखे ज्योति जो दर्शन नथो ॾे, असांजे भले लाइ असांखे अनहद शब्द नथो सुनाए, पर सुनाईंदो ज़रूरु। असीं पंहिंजो अभ्यास कंदा रहूं, प्रभु अभ्यास कंदा रहूं हिन भावना सां, प्रभु ही मुंहिंजी भेट आहे तुंहिंजे चरणनि में, कृपा करे क़बूल कजांइ। कल्ह मूं तव्हांखे ॿुधायो न त शायदि कमाई हिक जी ॿिए खे प्रभु ॾेई थो छॾे। छो त असीं प्रभुअ खे त अर्पण कयूं न, असांजे प्रभुअ खे अर्पण कई त असांजी कोन थी, प्रभुअ जी थी। प्रभु छा बि करे। इन करे तव्हीं पंहिंजो अभ्यास कंदा रहो, कंदा रहो, कंदा रहो, ऐं सब्र न विञायो, सिद्क न विञायो।
जॾहिं शांत में वेहा थी, शांत में वेहा थी, घड़ी घड़ी घड़ियाल ॾे पई निहारियां, छो त मूंखे अधु कलाकु शांत में वेहणो आहे। पोइ छा करियां?
घड़ियाल खां परे रख। घड़ियाल जिते तव्हीं वियो था शांत में, उते घड़ियाल रखो ई न। हा, पाण ई अधु कलाक ताईं न वीचार कंदा मां अधु कलाकु वियां, पाण ई अधु कलाक खां पोइ ताईं ॾिसंदा तव्हांजी अखि खुलंदी, तव्हीं वरी वञी पंहिंजे कम खे लॻंदा। घड़ियाल खे भरिसां रखो ई न। हा, त मूंखां वाच वठी वञो, कलाक खां पोइ वाच, दीन बंधु दीनानाथ मेरी ॾोई तेरे हाथ, पुकारे थी इहा वाच। त कलाक खां वधीक कोन वेही सघे, कलाक अधु कलाक, उन खां अधु कलाक खां पोइ वेहो, पोइ पाण ई दीन बंधु दीनानाथ ॿुधंदा, अधु कलाकु पूरो थींदो।
Dada, we have several anxious mothers asking you questions. They say when children go to the new international schools, they lose faith in the existence of God. Or
They do. Faith.
And if the children are interested in studies, then they sometimes lose faith in culture and values and even become disobedient. The mothers would like to know how they can strike a balance in the children's lives and imbibe good values for them.
Many schools call them international, but they are not even national.
True.
So if they go to a school and they lose faith in God, it is because that type of education that is being passed on to students now is there is no God. They don't talk of God in the schools, and they call this secularism. This is not true secularism. Secularism is when you think of all religions as alike. Sadhu Vaswanis used to say, all religions are right. Don't say that this particular religion is right and this is wrong. No, all religions are right. That is secularism. But when students receive the type of education that is being passed on now in schools and colleges, they become atheists because they don't believe in God. They are not taught how to have faith in God. Hence, the duty of parents to sow the seeds of faith in the minds of the students when they are young. That is the responsibility of the parents. Or there are Sunday schools, there are Saturday classes. They should send their children to those classes where seeds of faith are sown in the minds of the students. A child comes to us. A child is neutral. What are the seeds that we are sowing in the heart, in the mind of the child? That depends upon us. The difficulty with the parents of today is that they don't find time to give to their children. There was a time I used to go to America once a year. And I learned of a girl, she was 21 years old. She belonged to a South Indian family. She lived in America. And she said that she had not dated even once in America. So I inquired into the reason, and they said the reason is this, that the mother is not a working woman. She devotes all the 24 hours to seeing that her children grow in the right way. Now this is what the parents of today are not doing. They are not paying attention to their children. Many of the children I know, they are all the time busy with their computers or with their iPads or with the TV. They see many things which are good for them, but they also see many things which should not be seen by young people. 5 or 6 years ago, I was in America. They had issued a report, elementary schools, what we call primary schools here, they call elementary schools there. Elementary school, a report of elementary schools in one part of America. And they had written that by the time the child moves on from the elementary school to the higher school, he has seen 7,000 murders on the TV screen. Now 7,000 murders the child sees. He picks up a gun. Actually these things happen in America. And he fires a shot at the grandmother. And the grandmother dies. And they ask the child, what did you do? He said, I just wanted to see how it works. A child who has seen 7,000 murders feels like using the gun. This is the duty of the parents. And it is also the duty of the teachers. But the teachers are not allowed to talk of God in the schools. Therefore the parents have to do it. And you have Sunday classes for children where spiritual education is passed on to students.
I am going through a phase where I have become more analytical and want to change to become more accepting of people and situations. How should I do it?
Come out of it, that's all. A man came to Raja Janak. Raja Janak was taking a walk in the garden. He was standing by the side of a tree when this man came to him and said to him, "O king, you are a Brahmagyani. I have got caught in the snare of Maya. How shall I be freed from the snare?" Immediately, Raja Janak caught hold of a branch of the tree. And he said, "Oh, this branch of the tree has held me. Who will come and free me from this branch of the tree? Is there anyone?" The man said to him, "Why are you crying like this? All you have to do is to lose hold of the branch of the tree." And Raja Janak said to him, "You have answered your question. All you have to lose hold of Maya that has come and caught you. It's as simple as that."
Dada, we have enjoyed the Kirtan sessions here so much. Can we add dance to the bhajans or songs that we sing, just as Meera and Chaitanya did?
Meera and Chaitanya danced for the love of God. If you have dance here, the girls will dance for the love of the people here. They will want to be appreciated, which is not right. Let them go and dance in their homes. Yes. Let them dance for the love of God, not for the love of applause or, yes.
I lack in confidence, so I always fear. What should I do to overcome fear?
I was in London. We had a lecture on how to overcome fear. And the police commissioner of London presided over the lecture. And in his presidential remarks, he said, "What is fear? What is fear?" F-E-A-R. F stands for false, E stands for evidence, A stands for assumed, and R stands for real. False, evidence, assumed, real. He says that is what fear is. It is false evidence, but we take it to be real. All we need to do is to understand that what we are afraid of, we need not be afraid of it at all. It is like what they do in the fields. They fix those scarecrows. The birds think that they are real people who are standing to keep watch over the fields. But they are not real people. They are just, they put a hat over the, it's false evidence assumed real. If once we realize this, we will not be afraid of anything. So we have to practice silence every day. And in that period of silence, it could be just 5 minutes every day. But in those 5 minutes, we should try to explain to ourselves, of what am I afraid of? Why is it that I am afraid of this? My brothers are not afraid of it. The other people are not afraid of it. Why should I be afraid of it? If we do this every day, we will come out of fear. Yes.
प्यारा दादा, असांजे ऑफिस में गणपति बाबा जी मूर्ति रखियल आहे। हमेशा गणपति जी सूंड ॾाहे पासे कर्वड हूंदी आहे, पर हिन मूर्तीअ में साॼे पासे खां आहे। केतिरनि जी सलाह आहे त इहा मूर्ति रखणु ठीकु न आहे। दादा कृपा करे गाइड कंदा त छा करणु घुरिजे ऐं छा इन में बि का माना आहे छा?
मुंहिंजे वास्ते त का माना कोन्हे। हिक हिक लाइ पंहिंजो जवाबु थी सघे थो। साॼे पासे सूंड या ॾाए पासे सूंड या विच में सूंड, इट शुड मेक नो डिफरेंस एट ऑल। पर हाणे जेकॾहिं तव्हांखे ख़्यालु थिए थो ॾाए पासे न थिए साॼे पासे वारा घणेई मिलंदव गणपति जिन खे सूंड साॼे पासे हूंदी त साॼे पासे। पर जेकॾहिं वरी ऑफिस में ॿिया हुजनि जेके चवनि त ॾाए पासे सूंड थियणु घुरिजे, ॿई खणी रखो, ॿ गणपति, हिकिड़ी साॼे पासे हिकिड़ी ॾाए पासे, इहा का वॾी ॻाल्हि आहे।
चवंदा आहिनि त मानुष्य जनम कर्मनि जे करे मिलंदो आहे। इंसान खे दिमाग़ हुअण जे करे सभिनी प्रकारनि जूं चिंताऊं बि अची प्रगट थींदियूं आहिनि ऐं इन करे वॾियूं वॾियूं बीमारियूं थी पवंदियूं आहिनि। पर पखियुनि ऐं जानवरनि खे दिमाग़ न हुअण करे काई चिंता नथी थिए। त इन हिसाब सां कर्म कंहिंजा सुठा आहिनि ऐं जनम कंहिंजो सुठो आहे।
पखियुनि खे बीमारियूं थींदियूं आहिनि, जानवरनि खे बीमारियूं थींदियूं आहिनि, वेचारा बीमार पवंदा आहिनि, कुझु ई कोन सघंदा आहिनि। असीं इंसान आहियूं, जे असांखे बीमारी थिए थी असीं कुझु ई सघूं था, भई डॉक्टर खे कोठियो, भई दवा मूंखे ॾियो, वेचारा जानवर पिया सहनि। पर सभ खां वधीक कंहिंखे चिंताऊं न थींदियूं आहिनि त पत्थर, ही दरवाज़ा, ही ज़मीन। त जे तव्हीं ज़मीन थियणु चाहियो या पत्थर थियणु चाहियो या दरवाज़ा थियणु चाहियो त प्रभुअ खे मां प्रार्थना करियां त तव्हांखे उहो जनम ॾे, उन में तव्हांखे चिंताऊं मिंताऊं थींदियूं ई कोन। हीअ त एवोल्यूशन आहे न, माण्हू वञे थो इवॉल्व थींदो। पोइ चिंताऊं थियनि थियूं इन करे त असीं चिंताउनि खे मुंहुं ॾेई चिंताउनि ते फतह पायूं। चिंता अचे ई इन करे थी त चिंता खे मां मुंहुं ॾेई मुंहिंजे अंदरि जा शक्ति पई आहे। हिकु हिकु असां मां इंसान, every human being has an infinite energy within him. That energy is locked up. It needs to be unlocked. असां मां हिक हिक जे अंदरि अलाए केॾी शक्ति पई आहे। इहा शक्ति असांखे खोलणी आहे। इहा शक्ति खुले थी जॾहिं असांखे चिंता थिए थी, डपु थिए थो या ॿियूं नेगेटिव फीलिंग्स अचनि थियूं, उन्हनि खे असीं मुंहुं ॾियूं, उन्हनि ते असीं फतह पायूं। जीअं फतह पाईंदासीं तीअं असांजे अंदरि वेंदी शक्ति खुलंदी। पर जे तव्हांखे शक्ति न खोलणी हुजे, ॿियो जन्म में तव्हांखे हिते हिन होटल जो दरवाज़ो खणी बनाईंदासीं, हा, कुझु न को चिंता थींदी न को डपु थींदो। भला हींअर 2:10 मुंहिंजे वाच मूजिब थिया। तव्हांखे लंच खाइणी हूंदी, वरी जीअं ताईं चाहियो, जीअं ताईं जी। ॿियो पोइ जेसि ताईं चओ, जेसि ताईं जी। 5 चओ, तकिड़ो हलो 5 questions.
Pranam Dada, my name is Muskan, and my friends tell me that whenever you are sad, you should have a smile on your face. So is it right to have a fake smile whenever you are upset?
Don't call it a fake smile, but you must begin somewhere. And remember, modern researchers have shown that just wearing a smile on your face, you may not be happy, but you just wear a smile on your face, you are releasing certain neurons which will make you happy. So just have, just be like this. It will have an effect on your temperament. Don't call it a fake smile. It is not a fake smile. It is a smile on the path of real smile. You must begin somewhere.
Her name is Muskan.
Pardon? Muskan. If your name is Muskan, you will never smile. Because when they give a particular name to a person, that person will never do that. There was a beggar. I asked him, what is your name? He said, my name is Sahukar. But he was a beggar. So don't go by names. Don't go by names. Pardon?
डार्विन जी थ्योरी अनुसार जॾहिं असां इंसान पहुता आहियूं त असां वापसि वरी ॿियनि जूनियुनि में नथा इंसान त वरी हमेशह इंसान ई पैदा थींदो
न न
दादा प्लीज़ सम्झायो
डार्विन जी इहा चुक हुई डार्विन बीहो 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 पहिरीं बीहो बीहो पुठियां कन कोन्हनि पुठियां कन हुजनि त मां तव्हांखे तरसाया न पर कन आहिनि अॻियां डार्विन जी इहा थियरी करेक्ट कोन हुई असांखे जनम मिले थो कर्म मूजिबि डार्विन खे कर्म जी थियरी जी ख़बर ई कोन हुई असांजा जीअं कर्म थियनि था जेकॾहिं असांखे इंसानी जनम मिलियो आहे ऐं असीं उन इंसानी जनम में कुकर्म था करियूं जहिड़ोक केतिरा आहिनि जेके ॿारनि खे भॼाए वञी उन्हनि खे कुहनि था या ॿिए तरह अहिड़ा कुकर्म कनि था उन्हनि खे वरी इंसानी जनम नथो मिले दे हैव टू बिगिन अगेन फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट उन्हनि खे त कर्म जी थियरी जेका आहे सा डार्विन वॉज नॉट अवेयर ऑफ इट
फ़ाइदो रुगो बॉम्बे पुणे वारनि खे मिले हिंदुस्तान जे ॿियनि मेट्रोपोलिस में जिते एयर लिंक आहे उते तव्हां न करे सघंदा तव्हांजो घणे में घणो लाभ सॼे हिंदुस्तान खे मिले
कैंपूं सभिनी हंधनि ते थींदियूं आहिनि तव्हांखे शायदि ख़बर कोन्हे कैंपूं सभिनी हंधनि ते
शायदि 2-3 सालनि खां शायदि हिते ई पुणे में थियूं थियनि
हिते थींदियूं आहिनि बि पर ॿियनि हंधि बि थींदियूं
हिंदुस्तान में अलॻि अलॻि जॻहियुनि ते थियनि
जी
हिंदुस्तान में अलॻि अलॻि जॻहियुनि ते थियनि थियूं
हा हिंदुस्तान में किथे थियूं आहिनि लोनावला में थियूं आहिनि शिरडीअ में थियूं आहिनि बनारस में थियूं आहिनि गोवा में थियूं आहिनि बेंगलोर में थियूं
हाणे उमेद कयूं त गुजरात में थींदी
जी
ॿी साधना कैंप गुजरात में थी सघे
उहो
थी
जेकॾहिं केरु ऑर्गेनाइज़ करे त छो न थी सघे थी
महिरबानी
केरु ऑर्गेनाइज़ करे त थी सघे थी
दादा
हीउ ॿियो सुवालु हो पहिरियों मुस्कान हीउ ॿियो हा हाणे टियों
प्रणाम दादा
प्रणाम
Dada, is for the science students in the biology, with the cutting of the dead cockroaches a sin or not?
I don't know that each one has to decide for himself, but let me tell you that when we opened our college, the Meera College, we did not have a science section because we had to introduce this dissection. And because of dissection, we did not open the college. Now, they say that you need not do dissection, you get models and show those models to students.
But the college,
So,
but college teachers are telling to students to do that for their practicals marks.
it is for you to decide. I would not do it. Why should I dissect a poor innocent creature of God to whom life is as dear as it is to you. Supposing I caught hold of you and I said I want to dissect you, what would you do? That is what we are doing to these. You should rise up and tell your teachers that now all over the world they are showing models. Why should you have dissection in your college? You should rise up.
Can you please guide us to the first easy step of surrender?
The first easy step is also the last difficult step, and that is obedience.
Obedience. Thank you, Dada.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You start with obedience, you end with obedience. Yes.
To the Guru.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Dada.
Otherwise there is no surrender. Now the last question.
Dada, I believe in God and idol worship, but it gets very difficult to explain it to my friends sometimes.
Then don't explain. If it is difficult, why should you explain? It is not your duty to explain.
They believe in God, but not in the concept of idol worship. And praying the Lord, praying in front of an idol. They believe in the concept of God. They believe there is a force that controls everything that happens on earth, but not in an idol. So I don't know how to understand that concept. Like Buddha said, he didn't believe in the idol worship, but he believed in a force that was
Then
God.
follow Buddha. Who tells you not to follow Buddha?
I follow you, Dada. I
Huh?
only follow you.
If you follow me, then you should follow me
I only
wholesale.
follow you, Dada. Thank you so much, Dada. Thank you so much.
Oh, what? Yes?
दादा ते चयो था प्रभु दयावान आहे प्रभु
प्रभु?
दयावान आहे खिम्यावान आहे
हाँ?
जेके असां थोड़ा पाप पहिरीं कया हा उहे सभु माफ़ कंदो
सब माफ़ थी विया पर हींअर खां वठी हिन मिंट खां वठी 2 लॻी 21 मिंट खां वठी वरी तव्हांखे पाप न करिणो आहे न त सभु पाप वरी अची लॻंदव तव्हांखे
सभिनी जे लाइ माफ़ थी विया पुछनि था दादा।
सभिनी जा माफ़ थी विया पर वरी न कंदा वरी जे कोई पाप कयो त सभु पाप लॻी अचनि